So, one of the more interesting aspects I've heard of recently in regards to your character in WWE, obviously you had the Bob Backlund partnership, but that you were actually told to stop using the Crossface Chickenwing and that it was a dangerous move.
Yeah, I was told that I couldn't use a crossface chicken wing because it was a dangerous hold, and I said no, I can do it, I can do it. And I was told, well, try doing that on Randy Orton, who has some shoulder issues from in the past. I said no, I know how to apply it without hurting anyone. And I was told to use the Cobra Clutch, and I said, man, if I wanted to have Sergeant Slaughter as my life coach, who I love, who helped me over the years as an extra. If I want him as my life coach, then I would have, wrote up a script and presented it to Vince as Sergeant Slaughter as my life coach. But Bob Backlund and I had a relationship outside of the ring from doing appearances, and I said, man, he's energetic like me. He does his autograph signings standing up just like me. So why not, when I'm done teaming with Titus O'Neil, have Bob Backlund be my life coach, an idea that I took from Mike Tyson and his former trainer, Cuss. And I ran with it, and I presented it to Vince, and Vince gave me the opportunity to do it. He called up Bob Backlund personally. And it's just unfortunate, the people that work under Vince McMahon just didn't have my back. So that hurts, that stings, but life goes on.
You had mentioned that Asuka had that move shortly thereafter, and it seemed as if the motivating factor of that was, well, we're giving that move to Asuka.
Yeah, and I knew in the back of my mind, because I'm smart to the business. I kind of knew in the back of my mind, I can't use a crossface. I think this move is being saved for someone. And weeks later, I walk into a locker room on a live event, and Miz tells me, you wouldn't believe this. I don't really watch NXT as much, but I just watched NXT, and I saw Oscar using a crossface chicken wing. And I yelled in the locker room, I fucking knew it. And I walked out. And I just kept it moving. I knew that they were holding it for someone. So, like I said, life goes on.
Were there any? I mean, the crossface chicken wing isn't like an overly elaborate move. It's pretty basic. It's simple to do. It seems like it can be done safely. But were there any tips that like Bob Backlund would give you? Because obviously his is the most famous of all time.
Yeah, it's all about the illusion. It's all about how you ragdoll. Like, if you watch old footage of Bob Backlund when he was really turning the heel, when he was going psychotic, he would put it on and he would ragdoll the person. We're a professional stunt man. You got to finesse it. You got to ragdoll. You got to take care of your opponent. And that's something that I'm well known for. Being a great worker, taking care of your opponent. And, I wouldn't hurt anyone. I would make it look as believable as possible. UFC being so popular, you want to bring that believability back. I want people to see me in the ring and be like, oh, man, that looks like it hurt, or man, he must be really hurt. It's bringing that believability. So I knew for sure I would be perfectly fine using a crossface chicken wing. And there's even footage on YouTube of me actually really getting over and the people getting behind me. And I remember on a SmackDown episode, I applied it to, I signaled for it, and the place erupted. And I put it on the Miz, and I had him tap out. And the announcers were saying, man, at Battleground it's going to be Darren Young and the Miz. The Miz could tap out to Darren Young, and that moment would have been so special for me, because I was part of the Nexus as a group. I was part of the Primetime Players, which was amazing. But this was going to be my singles run by myself, my last resort, and the people were behind me. It's just unfortunate that the people that work under Vince McMahon just didn't have my back.
Before that, as we wrap up, you did have a very cool finisher in the gut check, where you would start in a fireman's carry and drop it down into a gut buster. Now a lot of times, like how the person lands is crucial to that move. Was there any time in particular you hit that and you're like, man, I got all of that one. That one's gonna look really great on TV.
Yeah, the gut check, you'll definitely lose your lunch, because knees to the stomach, not a good feeling. But like I said, it's a vicious looking maneuver, but it's not something that's going to hurt you permanently. And yeah, there are some guys. I always say in wrestling, you have some good dance partners, and you have some not so good dance partners. So you have some people that would take it kind of shitty. I don't want to mention any names, Alberto Del Rio, but there are some people that can really take it well, and there's some people that just deadweight you.